So get your water set up. And remember, you need some clean water and some water to rinse out your brush in, or as we say sometimes, dirty water. All right, go ahead and wet your page completely with a wash brush or a nice big brush. Let it dry to a slight sheen. You can turn your page to the side and look at it, and it should be a little bit shiny, but not super wet. And then you can begin to drop in different colors. I'm using cerulean blue, Aurelian yellow, and then I'm also playing around with this new Daniel Smith green I have, because I know it's going to give me a lot of really nice granulation. Now I will frequently drop things in and then lift them out. You can also spray if you start to feel like your paper is getting too dry. This is a very wet into wet layered glazing. So I'm trying to keep my page nice and damp, but not too wet, so this little spray bottle works. Sometimes for fun I use other types of water like lilac water. And I'm dropping in some more Daniel Smith, this really nice green right here, because I want to give it some contrast. Now I'm working very abstractly. If you wanted to put something more realistic on top of this, like a set of mountains, keep that in mind, like where you might put your mountains. But this composition could have easily turned into a mountains in the distance. And the blue I'm adding right now, I could have lifted with a paper towel to create some clouds. But with this, I'm just kind of having some fun with it. And I am lifting my block so I can move the puddle around too. So you can have fun with this too, moving your puddle around. I suggested trying a paper towel last week. That was to help you if you were worried about the water running off the page. You could put down some paper towels. Now that it's slightly drier, I've added some white gouache to some areas to give it some contrast. I like to put the white gouache right next to the darkest areas to kind of create that chiaroscuro effect of lightness next to darkness, which will give this a sense of volume to the space. Or another way to say that is to give some kind of atmospheric dimension, or give the painting a little more depth. You can also manipulate that with warm next to cool, right? Like we talked about in previous videos. Now I'm adding some more green on top, that Daniel Smith green. Okay, and now I'm adding some little more white because I'm really enjoying that contrast that I'm seeing of lightness next to darkness. Okay, so I let it dry just a little bit for a little while until everything is dry. Now I'm using a pencil on top. This is a watercolor pencil, so I can create more definition in more specific areas. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this demonstration. Of course, you should reach out to me if you have any questions at all. I am happy to help you on your journey into this like kind of wet and wet glazing, layered glazing background. All right, thanks so much.